Good morning, everyone. In the last lecture, we have started with synthesis repertory, which was written by Dr. Frederick Schroyens. This repertory, the it is also called as Repertorium Homeopathicum Syntheticum. Here is the name. It is not properly visible, but below this synthesis, here is Repertorium Homeopathicum Syntheticum, and it was written by Dr. Frederick Stroyan. This was the 9.1 edition. There was different editions of this book. As we have discussed that the aim of Dr. Stroyan's was to fulfill or to collect all the information, up-to-date information from all important repertories, as well as with the help of all leading homeopathic practitioners throughout the world. He collected information, and by collecting all these information, he formed this, or he construct this very useful repertory, that is synthesis repertory. This is the printed version of Radar. Radar is the software in homeopathy. It, the long form of Radar is Rapid Aid to Drug Aimed Research, and this repertory, it is the printed version of computer or homeopathic software, that is Radar, which was also the contribution of Dr. Frederick Schroyens to the homeopathy. Dr. Frederick Schroyens, he was from Belgium. He was born on January 12 in 1953 at Belgium, and this repertory, it is nothing but the enlarged version of Kent repertory. In this repertory, the all the rubrics as well as all the remedies from Kent repertory, all he collected, or all uh, he added new extra rubrics as well as new remedies in Kent repertory. So this synthesis repertory contains all the rubrics as well as all the remedies of Kent repertories. And he he made more improvement in the structure and in the rubric, so that we can easily find out the rubric. So he made some changes in Kent repertory, its uh, construction, and he give us more comprehensible book in the form of synthesis repertory. As I told, it is the enlarged version of Kent repertory. So this repertory is based on all the principles of Dr. Kent. So the philosophical background was the same as that of Kent repertory. That means this repertory is based on deductive logic. Dr. Frederick Schroyens, he also gave importance to general symptom first, and then he go towards particulars. As in Kent repertory, we can solve or we can repertorize any case, any type of case, because in Kent repertory we can find out the mental general, physical general, as well as particular symptoms. So with this repertory also we can repertorize any type of case, because in this repertory also we can find mental general, physical general, as well as particular symptoms. As Dr. Frederick Schroyens and his team, they collected a lot of information through the cooperation of practicing homeopaths throughout the world, as well as from all the previous literatures, all the previous repertories. They have collected important information, and the information which was used in making of radar computer program. But many homeopaths, they request to print that radar computer program. So on request of many homeopaths, this synthesis repertory was available in print form for us. So the first in 1987, synthesis has been used as a database for the radar program in remedies. Then second edition was released in 1988. Third edition was released in 1990. In version 3, it offered about, or in it about 1,36,000 additions from about 130 authors. About 130 authors throughout the world, they make additions in the third version, third edition, compared to Kent's original repertory. So as we compared with Kent's original repertory, while comparing with Kent's original repertory, there are about 1,36,000 new editions are made by about 130 authors throughout the world. Then the fourth edition, which was published in 1992, in December 1992, and it contained about 1,78,000 additions from about 200 authors. So then third edition, in this edition there is 1,78,000 additions which was added. These additions was added by about 200 authors. Then synthesis fifth version was first time available in book form in 1993. Then synthesis sixth version was published in 1995. Synthesis seventh version was published in 1997. In the seventh version, it is enriched with many additions and contain more than 2000 medicines. Synthesis 7th version, it should be studied along with addendum to synthesis 70, which has been published separately. Then Repertorium Homeopathicum Syntheticum 8.1, which was published in 2001. And then in 2004, synthesis 9.1 and 9.1, 9.0 and 9.1 was published. Then in 2008, the latest uh, edition among all repertories, that is 9.2, which was published in 2008. In this way, there were different editions of this book. About 9 editions of this book, of this repertory, were published, and this is the latest and contain most of the medicines and very useful repertory. Kent's advanced version. There are special features of different editions. As we have discussed that synthesis 7, in synthesis 7 or 7th version, which was published in 1997, in that it contained more than 2000 medicines. So which are the special features of these different editions 7, 8 and 9? We discuss one by one. Synthesis is, as we all know, that synthesis is the special or great contribution to homeopathic profession because of its special features. Which are these special features? We study one by one. It contains repeatedly checked additions from all standard homeopathic literatures. The sources are indicated in abbreviated form towards the end of each medicine. Means at the end of each medicine, from where that medicine was taken, what is the source of that medicine, and that in that rubric it was given. As for example, in extremities chapter, when you refer the synthesis repertory, if you open the extremities chapter, extremities section, then open the rubric lameness, the sub-rubric below that rubric lameness, the sub-rubric cough, you can find arsenic iode. In front of that arsenic iode, Kent in K with star, that means it was taken from Kent's repertory. Then picric acid, it was also written as PIC dash acid AC, and in front of that picric acid K star it was written, means it was taken from Kent Tyler's repertory. So in this way, the sources are given in abbreviated form towards the end of each medicine. The rubrics follow a clearly readable symptom format. We can easily read, or we can easily understand the rubric. So it was written in clearly readable format. It has corrected sentences, combined modalities, merged similar rubrics, new rubrics, and revised language of the repertory. As we know, in Kent repertory, the rubrics are arranged as side, time, modality, and extension, STME. site, time, modality, and extension. In this way, the arrangement of rubric in Kent repertory was there. In this repertory, to make more comprehensive Kent's arrangement of rubric, after extension they have given localization and description also, and more than Kent repertory, if there is any correction, so wherever necessary they have done the corrections in Kent repertory. Then clinical rubrics, they were named according to modern nomenclature. A number of new clinical rubrics are introduced. A new standard list of remedy abbreviation and a new list of authors abbreviations are presented. Index of important changes and corrections are presented as well. It contains thousands of cross references and synonyms, especially in mind section. There were in mind section we found thousands of cross references as well as synonyms for the rubric. And this synthesis 7, this version is the first repertory which contain about more than 2000 remedies. A new catalog of 3712 remedies and a new author catalog are included with synthesis. Means in synthesis repertory, about excluding synonyms, a new remedies, the large number of new remedies, that is 3712 remedies, and a new authors also, new references are included in this repertory, synthesis repertory 7th version. And in this repertory, about in this version 7th version, about 235 additions we can found than the original Kent's repertory. So more than in than the original Kent's repertory. In this repertory, about 235,000 additions we can found in this edition, in this version. This repertory, as we know, it is based on Kent's repertory. So the plan, construction and arrangement of rubrics, it is same as that of Kent repertory. And we can repertorize any case which is rich in generals as well as characteristic particulars. We can repertorize by using this synthesis repertory very well. This is about 7th version of synthesis repertory. Then special features of 8th version of synthesis repertory. As we know, this edition is published in February 2001, and it is an attempt to resolve quality quantity controversy by providing highest quality of information In this edition, they have collected information from about 655 different sources. The vast amount of clinically confirmed information has been added in this edition. In this edition, many new provings, about 7,000 symptoms, as well as 42 provings, as well as other new provings, it was added in this edition. The number of medicines for which information is available is 2277, and the catalog of remedies that offer remedy abbreviation, about 4200 remedies we can found in remedy abbreviation, with 1723 synonyms which are given in Latin. About 133 remedy additions are made from different authors, about 392 authors additions, or referring about 392 authors literatures. Dr. Frederick Strauss added about 133 remedies in this 8th version. The number of annotated corrections, most often compared to Kent, has been increased from 260 to 620. In 7th version, the annotated corrections are about 260, and in this 8th version, the annotated corrections are about 620. Modification of subrubrics have been made, like alternating symptoms, alternating with pain in stomach, which became alternating with stomach pain in. So, some modifications in subrubric were made in this edition. The in the 7th version, total number of pages are 1717, and in this 8th edition, number of pages are increased. About In this edition, there is about 1912 pages. In this way, than the 7th edition, in this edition there is some modifications made in subrubric, as well as there is some additions in medicines, additions in rubrics, additions of new provings in this 8th version, and total number of pages are also increased from 1717 to 1912. The number of medicines are also increased by 209 as compared to 7th edition. In this way, this is the difference, or how the medicines, number of rubrics, number of pages, they are increasing in each edition, we can able to understand. And what is there in ninth edition? In ninth edition also there are some changes made in restructuring. There is restructuring in rubric at many places except the mind and dream. If we see the head section in that pain rubric, then pain due to cold air, which is aggravated by cutting, tearing. In this way, the in some rubrics, except mind and dream section, he made some changes in their structure, in their arrangement. In this edition, all the information from Dr. Boning Hussain and Boger, which was added, the mind section, which starts with division of time like daytime, morning, up to night, morning, forenoon, noon, afternoon. In this way, up to night, evening, night, midnight. So, mind chapter, which starts with division of time from daytime, morning to night. In this edition, ninth version, 9.1 version, there we can found new chapters which were added. Three new chapters we can found in this version, that is neck, urinary organ, and male and female sex genitalia. Hence, synthesis 9, which contain about 42 chapters, because afterwards in this synthesis 9 there is another additional chapter we can found, that is personal chapter, to add own symptoms in that. The repertories of Boric and Fatak, which have been integrated from this synthesis 9, the information on magnets, which was introduced by Dr. Boning Hussain, but it was not added, that concept was not added in the repertory. It was kept out of repertory by Dr. Allen and Dr. Kane, which was added in this version by Dr. Soyens, like magnetis, polus, arctus, then magnetis, polus, australis, and magnetis poli umbo. In this way, the information on magnet, which was also added in this ninth version, which was kept aside, kept out of repertory by Dr. Allen and Dr. Kent also. In this 9.1 version or edition, it contains about 2090 pages. As we have seen in 8th edition, there was 1912 pages, and in this 9.1 edition, there is increased number of pages as increasing number of medicines. So we can found about 2090 pages in 9.1 edition. Then we can found down arrow in this repertory. So the down arrow following a remedy which indicate that this remedy is copied from a similar subrubric. Then at many places we can find a black dot following the remedy. That black dot which follow the remedy, it indicates that remedy is added either because of a more recent or because of lesser known author. The actual catalog of remedies offers 4,497 standardized remedy names and abbreviations, and synthesis 9.1 describes 2,373 of them. The actual catalog of authors or actual number of authors are about 3,827, which we can found on bibliographical reference, and in synthesis 9.1 it uses about 886 out of them. In synthesis 9 there is 805 bibliographical reference, and in synthesis 9.1 there is about 886 bibliographical references of different authors we can found. In synthesis 8.1 we can find only 655 bibliographical references, as its catalog describe 3,031 bibliographical references. In this version, many corrections are made, and in this version it was increased up to 707. So the number of annotated corrections are about 707, and in this 9.1 version about 1,66,000 10,66,987 remedies are there in synthesis 9.1 version, and author number of author occurrences are about 17 lakh 73,453. So in this way a large number of authors or the information which have collected is from